First of all, when we talk about the holiness of God, let me say this. I was in seminary class like 150 years ago, and the students came in, and the professor said, just give me attributes and I'll write them on the board. So there are about 23 or 4, I don't know how many attributes, but quite a few up there. And I was looking at it, and I must have looked at it in a strange way, because the professor looked at me and he says, Washer, what are you looking at? And I said, well, we've said nothing about God. And he said, but we have up here holy and just and merciful and compassionate, omnipotent, and so on and so forth. I said, yes, but we have 25 students, and they could all have different definitions of those terms. So unless we define those terms biblically, we've said nothing. It's the same way with the holiness of God. People say, God is holy, God is holy. Most people think that holiness means God is sinless. And that's not the main thrust of the word. The word comes from a root which means literally to cut and then to separate. And so holiness means, first of all, that God is in a category all to himself. He's not like us, just bigger. He's not like us at all. He's in a category all to himself, infinitely above all other categories. That's the primary meaning of holiness. Now, in that separation, in that category all to himself, he is separated from our moral corruption, from our sin. He has nothing to do with sin. So the one has to do more with morality. God does not sin, or ethic, or righteousness. God does not sin. But the root of the term is that God is utterly and totally other, separate, distinct, and therefore deserving of all worship and devotion.